stressed. No, I'm blessed. Got a heartbeat in my chest, air in my lungs. Food to eat, got all I need in wild jeans. I take the good and leave the rest. Ain't got no time for wasting breath. I know I'm blessed, I ain't stressed.
Welcome back to Crazy in Love. We are going to jump right in on some of your questions for us.
Yeah, so today we're going to be doing a Q&A.
Yes.
We have done these Q&As, like a lot of them on our main channel, Crazy Middles, and we thought today it would be fun to just do one over here, because I feel like over here, Jared and I can, talk a little more freely. It can
That
get
is so true.
a little bit more crazy
Yes.
over here. So anyway, okay, let's get started with your questions.
Before we get started, I have to share with you something that I found for Jared that he is going to love. This is an original grain watch. It is their bestseller, made from American oak whiskey, barrel wood, and espresso plated stainless steel. You can save over $100 at www.originalgrain.com/crazylove. They're running a $100 Black Friday sale, but you can use code CRAZYLOVE to get an extra 10% off. Original Grain is a veteran and family-owned company that has been making watches from unique materials for 11 years now. They use a variety of sustainable materials such as reclaimed wood from the renowned Taylor guitar instruments, reclaimed whiskey bourbon barrels from their partnership with Jack Daniels, and palm wood in collaboration with the Bob Marley Band. One thing that I love about them is that they plant a tree for every watch they sell. They have already planted over 700,000 trees, and they are aiming for over 1 million by the end of 2025. They make the best gifts for your dad, husband, brother, son, and more. Whatever their interest, there is a unique material and story behind each timepiece that they will love. Don't forget, you can save over $100 at www.originalgrain.com/crazylove. They're running a $100 Black Friday sale, but you can use code CRAZYLOVE to get an extra 10% off. Thank you to Original Grain for sponsoring this portion of today's video.
First one, how long have you guys been together? 16 years? I always forget this. 15 years. 16 years!
18 years.
We've been together for 18 years? No, we have not.
It's almost 18 years. It's like a couple months shy.
17.
Yeah.
Almost 18. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's terrible. I should know that. I'm the one in the relationship that always forgets dates, like, I don't know, numbers.
I'm always writing the dates down for doing different paperwork and stuff, so I know.
And he
like,
knows like every kid's birthdays, everything. Like for me, I have to be like, hey, I usually know what month they're in, but I have to. It's a lot. I think that's a lot to remember.
Years.
So
almost 18 years.
Okay. How did you all meet? We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
We met online. So
Yes.
I found him.
She found me, and then we met very quickly. I didn't want to do the whole online thing, so I said, hey, let's just go on a date.
Yeah.
Here's my number. Call me if you want to go out.
Yeah, and we did.
And it was very fast from there. So.
Yes. What was your first impression of each other? So I know this isn't safe, but I went to his house, never met him before, and opened the door, and I just remember thinking, it was probably all over my face, but I was like, oh, are you cute?
Yeah, it was.
It was on my face.
She was walking toward the door because I saw her drive up, and she kind of did a little head turn when she saw me. And that was my first impression too, was like, hey, this one's really cute.
Oh.
Because I had gone on a couple other dates prior.
Yeah.
And you were the best one that I had dated at all.
Okay, I'll take that.
It was really nice. It was like, hey, this one has some potential.
Yeah, we got along. I think we just got along right from the beginning.
We totally did.
So.
Yeah.
When did you know Jared was the one? I actually knew first date.
Really?
I did. First date, we had went hiking, which again is probably another no-no. I really don't know this guy, but we're hiking in the dark on a mountain. And so we hiked up there, and this place called Hole in the Rock, and we just had the best conversation.
So good.
And what we were talking about just made me feel like at home. Like it was like, I don't know.
I guess I have a lot of similarities with your father.
Yes, a lot.
So like a lot.
And the way you were talking, I was like, wow, you're just like my dad, but yeah.
So let's see. This was, when did you know? When you were the one, it wasn't on the first date. So I liked you a lot on the first date, but I think it was probably the concert. that we went to with Kylie, and I held your hand for the
we
first
held
time.
hands for the first time. So Kylie had like a band concert that she was in, and
that was probably my okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was a weird night for me because we held hands for the very first time, and then Kylie's dad was there, and so you guys met for the first time.
Yes, we did. It was kind of a little bit of a weird night.
It was a lot. It was good. It went well, so it was okay. Do you ever get jealous?
Not really. I don't.
Jared does not get jealous. No.
I'm pretty confident in our relationship, so.
Yeah. I feel jealous. Like, I don't like him to talk about his ex-girlfriends or anything like that. I just like to believe I'm like the only one. And then I know we probably talked about this recently, but Jared, we were going to do pool. We do swimming aerobics all the time.
Oh.
And he got in the pool, and all these women just came over to these older women are just coming over, and they're like, oh, and they're talking to him, you're new and whatever, and I was just standing on the side like, are we kidding? It was actually really funny. So, and then he was like, oh, there's my wife. But anyway, so I did have a little bit of jealous feelings, but for the most part, I'm not a jealous person. So neither one of us are.
Neither one of us. What was the first thing you loved about each other? P.S. Love your family. Ooh.
The first
I know what it was for me.
Okay, what?
It was totally, I saw you and Kylie together. I came over for a game night or something like that. And I saw Kylie for the first time, and I saw you interact with her, and it just seemed like you were a really good mom. Aww. That was like my first, hey, she looks like she has a really good relationship with her daughter. Like, that was my first, like, hey, that's really cool. Okay. So.
I think like, even though we grew up so far apart, I think it was that I loved that our backgrounds were like the same. Like, we grew up the same religion, the same kind of parents. I don't know. I just felt like everything just felt, I don't know, like I'd known him forever.
Yeah, there was that. There was that, like, I felt like I already knew you.
Yeah, that's how we felt.
We definitely had that vibe going on. How do you guys manage to have time for just the two of you with so many kids?
We're actually really good at that. I don't have a problem there.
Because, I mean, even, gosh, I was working, when we first got married, I was working at Citigroup for a long time, and like, I worked a lot of hours, and I had a long commute, so. I
was running a business at that point. I had a makeup company.
Yeah, and so it was harder then because, and then once I left that and we were both doing real estate, we could make our own schedules. Yeah. You know, and it was great because we could schedule whatever we wanted, and we kind of still have that same freedom.
We're like really good at mini dates.
Yes.
So we just mini date each other all the time. So yeah, we do really well. What is the shortest time you've had to prepare for an arrival of a child or children in foster care? So
like 0 seconds?
0 time. Like Jared would get home and I would be like, hey, you have some new kids.
Yeah.
Like, it would be that, and we had to just kind of accept that, where I couldn't just immediately call and say, hey, what do you think? Because when they call you, they're looking for placements. And so they'll call and say, hey, we have this. And if you're like, well, let me think about it. I'll let you know. Let me talk to your husband. They've already called other people and that would be it. Yeah, so it would just have to be that if I felt like, okay, those ages would fit in our family. How many kids are there? Because they love to put sibling groups with us because we were the only ones that they knew of that would take large sibling groups. True. And then Jared would just get home and I'd be like, guess what? We got new kids
and I'm
today.
Like, oh, okay, that's cool. And even in her case, they'll call you and they'll show up minutes later. Mm-hmm. Because they're either in the area or anything like that. They'll call and
the next thing you know. So you really don't have a lot of time to prepare. We, something that we haven't really talked about probably since it happened is Jared and I we had a thing that we ran where we would go into the DCS buildings and have Home Depot would come in and help us, and we would build out closets, and then we would just stock them full of clothes and like all sorts of things.
Yeah, we had everything.
And so because when we got placements that were like last second, I felt like we were prepared because we had clothes and everything that they possibly could need. So as long as we had space and room in our house, then we felt good on all of everything else. So, okay, I know that was a long answer. If you could do one thing different in your marriage, what would it be? By the way, I love you guys.
Different in our marriage?
Different.
Nothing?
No, we have a really good marriage.
I don't know. I'd have to really think about that one. Like, what would we do different in our marriage?
I feel like Jared and I are really good that if we have things that need to change or something needs to be different, we just like change it. We hit it right on. We're really good communicators with each other. So.
And we're both open to change.
Yes. I don't have anything right now at this moment, but I would change.
Like if there's a change needed, we change it, period. So I don't know what I would change.
I don't have anything to that one.
Yeah.
What made you want to start adopting and have a big family?
Okay, so let me preface this. On our first date, we talked about adopting.
Yeah, I knew. I had already gone through all of the classes and everything with my ex-husband at that point.
Yeah.
And so we just decided that that's not something that we wanted. And so I knew that if I was going to get in a relationship with somebody else, that it had to be that they would want to adopt because it's something I wanted to do.
Yeah. And I always wanted either 2, 4, or more kids.
You got or more, that's for sure.
And we were together, like we didn't get together till I was like 30, 31, something like that. So to me, it was like, when you're that age, if you're going to have a lot of kids or more, you're probably going to have to adopt. So,
that's probably true.
So, but I guess for me, we talked about it. I had friends that were adopted, so I was very open to it, even on our first date. So it was kind of a given.
Yeah.
In fact, we had no plans to have any of our own kids.
No, we didn't. We didn't. My Crystal and my mom, and they sat me down and had like a little intervention.
A total intervention.
Yeah, and we're like, you need to at least have one with them. So anyway, so Landon.
What is the biggest challenge in having a large family? The biggest challenge. There's quite a few challenges. I know for years it was trying to figure out a chore system that worked.
Yes.
But that's not the biggest challenge.
That's not a big challenge, but it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Right now, this is so dumb, but this is so true for me right now. My biggest challenge that they're doing right now that is driving us crazy is they throw away our dishes. Yes. I'm telling you, they have to be throwing them away because Jared and I constantly buy dishes, spoons with little spoons
bowls.
And little bowls. Like, where are the dishes going?
Seriously.
I don't know. I know that sounds so stupid, but it's actually driving me crazy.
But that's still not one of our bigger challenges. No. I would have to say one of the hardest things is scheduling all the extracurricular activities.
That's a big one. Making sure, because we love our kids to be involved in things, and so making sure that everyone's on time to every single thing.
Yes.
You know, let alone just like school things, and like Brinley's in dance right now, and we have,
or even doctor's appointments and everything else that's going on.
Annabelle was involved in a big play, and so she had, you know, she had practice. Like there's a lot to keep up with.
And she had a birthday party last night.
Yeah,
so
it's a lot. We definitely have to keep a pretty detailed calendar on what's going. And we're really glad that, you know, we have help. We have Mindy. We even have Kylie drive them around sometimes if we need to.
Yeah, that happens on occasion.
Yeah, it does. So
that's probably our biggest challenge, but it's still worth it no matter how you look at it.
It's fun, and they're having a fun time. So we're gonna make it happen.
What is your favorite thing about having a large family?
It's like a party every day.
Yeah.
It really is. Like, you can never be bored. There's always something fun that's going on, and it's just fun.
I love it. So
yeah,
we never planned on having a family this large. No. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
So
if you could travel anywhere, where would you go? Italy.
Jared, I would take Shelly where I lived in Italy.
Yeah, I would love to see that. So we definitely need to plan a trip for that.
I like the Mediterranean side. I loved being in Piombino, which is the port to Elba. Just the beaches, everything there was just awesome. And it had the small town vibe, like traditional Italy. It was really awesome.
I would love that.
Yeah.
What is your favorite memory together and your favorite memory as a family?
Ooh. There's a lot of memories to go through.
I have a favorite.
Okay.
Mine is when we went to a family reunion, And
I know which one
it
you're
was in
talking about.
Utah. And Jared and I, it was our first time ever being to this family reunion. It was on his side, and we wanted to experience it first and then see about taking our kids every year, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's so big.
It's a big one. Yeah.
It's a big one. And so we flew over there to Utah, did it, and then we couldn't get ourselves home.
It was so much more than that. Everything went wrong.
Yeah.
Like we got there, I had an Airbnb or a VRBO,
and
something
it was
like
terrible.
that. It was horrible. Like the AC wasn't working, and it was like 85 degrees or hotter in the house.
Yeah.
So it was like we had to cancel that, get a hotel. Like just nothing seemed to be working out. And even on the when we were trying to come home, our flight got delayed. Like
Hours.
They boarded us and then deplaned us.
I know this sounds like a bad story, but it's a good story.
It was so good.
And then they would load us onto the airplane and then just change their minds and then have to unload everyone. And then we had to wait for hours. They put us back on the plane again. And then there was a bee or a wasp, and
that was funny.
it was
so funny.
It was really funny to us.
Not to the
Not
other
funny to the flight crew, and
The flight crew was kind of freaking out.
They were freaking out and going everywhere, and all the passengers and everything were like so scared. Anyway, and I'm like, Jared, just get up and kill it. Like, just get up and take care of it. Anyway, they ended up taking care of it. They took us off the plane.
Took us off the plane again.
And we were waiting again, and then they canceled it. So we'd been there all day waiting for this. And then we were like, well, where else can we go? Where else are you flying out of? And they said the only other flight, it was a smaller airport, the only other flight they had is they were going to Vegas. And I was like,
woohoo, let's go to Vegas, baby.
Okay, so it's like, if we go to Vegas, then we can go from Vegas and then get us home. And so we ended up going to Vegas, and it was just for a night, but we got to go to, I think it was called.
Everything worked out so perfectly from there.
It was like a perfect night, and we were just walking and having fun. We went into, I think it's called the Big Apple.
Mad Apple by Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah,
we
went to that show, and we got front row seats that would just happen to be left. Like, I don't know, it was just this like,
everything
really, it ended up being really, really fun, and I just loved it. I don't know, it was so fun.
It was an awesome little vacation.
Yeah.
So where nothing worked out, but it still was great.
Yeah, we weren't expecting it.
So we just kind of rolled with the punches and just fixed it and move on, and it was great. So
a favorite memory as a family.
As a family? I have too many to go through, like a favorite one. I love the holidays. I love Thanksgivings, like every year. I love the trips that we've done, like even to Arizona, to everywhere. It's just the way we have a lot.
Mine is when we moved to this house and we told all the kids to just leave everything because we were going to keep the St. John's house. And
it was scary.
Just bring like an outfit and then we'll figure it out. So we had to show up at this house with like nothing. But it was so fun. The kids loved it, and we got to like, I don't know. It was
like camping.
It was like camping, and we got to like get all new stuff and like just, set up this house, and the kids were loving it, and I just love that memory. So.
That was really cool. Yeah, that was an adventure, really.
Who is more organized, Shelly or Jared? Me.
I think I am organized. I just don't think I look organized on my desk, but I am pretty organized.
I don't know.
My desk doesn't look it, but I am organized.
Yeah, he tries. Do you guys want more kids' kisses from Portugal?
Probably not.
So we have decided to close our license, so we no longer have that open.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you never know.
Will we ever reopen it? I don't know.
When a few kids move out, maybe. But I'm kind of feeling like grandkids will be coming at that point. So
I think we're to a stage in our life probably not. I feel like 21 is enough. They keep us very busy. So
yeah.
Can you name all of your kids?
Yes. I could name them all, give you all their birthdays, everything.
You want to go through them real quick?
Yeah.
We'll go fast. We usually, I feel like it's best to do sibling groups. Is how I can name them really fast. But you probably can go like from oldest to youngest.
There's only one birthday that I forget sometimes.
Whose?
Nicole's.
Oh, Nicole's. Okay.
Yeah, because I never had to do any of her school paperwork.
I can't do it in
anything,
order,
so.
but I can do sibling groups. So
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You can list them out if you want to.
Me first? No, you go first.
Well,
Come
we
on.
could just do it together.
Okay, do it together.
Okay.
So obviously Kylie and Landon.
Kylie, Landon, Nicole, Jacob, then Cody, Lacey, Lizzie, Jonathan, Destiny, Cynthia, Addison, you're supposed to be doing this with me, Aubrey, Harlan.
I lost count.
You did. It's okay. And then it would be Annavea and Braxton, Kason, Mason, Trey, Brinley, and let me run through really
I don't even know. I
quick.
should have been writing them down. Did you say Weston and Spencer?
Weston, Spencer, I did forget them. Weston and Spencer. And then you have Annavea. Anyway, we could go on.
I think you got them all.
Forever,
I'm
but-
pretty sure you did.
Yeah.
So, okay. Yes, we can name them all.
Yes.
And the grandkids if we needed to.
Yes.
So, okay. What is your favorite thing to do with your kids around the holidays? There's
Everything. We have so many traditions and different things.
Yes.
Yeah. This year we've
Yeah.
had some traditions that I'm like, that we kind of dropped these last couple of years, and I feel like this
which
year
one?
I'm gonna restart them again.
Okay.
So we did a long time ago, but I thought it was so fun to do what's it called, like a white elephant gift.
Oh yeah,
Kind
I
of
love
a
white
thing.
elephant. We haven't
Yeah,
done that.
We
in a
haven't
bit.
done that one. So just little things like that. We will not be bringing back the elf this year. I know the kids want to do Elf on a Shelf, but no. Last year they were touching it.
It got a little crazy.
They were like, I think it moved. I think it was just like so much that it finally just went to live with Devin because it was driving us crazy. So we will not be bringing that one this year. So
I love doing the candy canes.
Yeah,
Christmas
growing
Eve.
candy canes,
All
we
the
do.
Christmas Eve traditions, the sibling exchanges, everything. So
Yeah.
we have a lot.
Okay.
I don't know if I have a favorite because it's all fun. So
okay,
I do love doing Chinook Farm.
That's my favorite, too.
That's awesome.
I love that
Yeah,
one.
that one's really
okay,
good.
we're almost done. I swear.
Okay.
Here's
This
one
is a
we-
loaded question.
Here's one we see all the time. Do you financially help your children? Yes, we
Yes.
do. Yeah, we do. Oh, bless you.
Excuse me, sorry.
Bless you. So we do. I feel like we're good at like not overdoing it, especially
Yeah.
with our kids, because it's easy to like see them struggle with something and want to just like jump in and be like, hey, let us help you do this. Hey, let us pay your rent. Hey, let us, and help
we don't
out.
do that.
But we try not to, because it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay it's hard, but it's okay that they struggle a little bit because that's part of life, especially when you're first starting out and learning how everything goes.
And it's good to learn how to pull yourself out of something too.
Yeah, it's
So-
good. And we're here, we are their safety net, and we absolutely do help them financially. Yeah. So I feel like when I first, not with my first marriage, when I got married, his mom would help us out financially sometimes, and I would just those things like we needed new tires on our car, whatever, and she would come in and help us, and I was so grateful and thankful. And so I always thought when my kids get older, I want to be that to where they can rely on us for things that they really need help with. So absolutely, yes, we help them.
Is your health and weight improving? What is the best for y'all? And my mom is going through it as well.
So yeah, as you probably can tell, we have lost a lot of weight.
Yes.
I am down 45 pounds now, and what is yours?
Overall, I'm down 45 pounds, but I've lost like 80 pounds of fat and gained a lot of muscle.
Yeah.
Because I still go to the gym. I have been now for almost 2 full years.
Yeah, he's been doing
I'm a lot stronger than I used to be. I beat Cody in arm wrestling even. But he beat me a couple years ago.
Okay, so getting stronger.
Stronger. Like I'm probably stronger than I've been most of my life, actually. So
everyone wants to know, how are we losing weight? What are we doing? Because throughout the years, you've seen us do, everything.
Oh my gosh, we've done every diet you can think of.
So many diets you can think of. We were like vegetarian and plant-based and I don't know, sugar-free, whatever that one is that we did for a long time. That one.
I haven't done the carnivore diet or anything like that.
No, we haven't done that one.
But we did do keto.
I actually really loved
That one was
keto.
easy.
And I loved being a vegetarian.
Vegetarian was easy.
Yeah.
Vegan is not easy. Vegetarian is actually pretty easy.
Yeah, that was good. Anyway, so we've done it all. Everyone wants to know, we're going to be very honest, we are doing the shots. I'm doing the tirzepatide and...
I'm doing semaglutide.
Yeah, we're doing it, and it's been amazing. It's been
You're going to
my
tell
favorite.
them about that.
We're going to tell them, because there's there's so many of you that probably want to know, like, should you do it? Yes. Like, I feel like it's been amazing. I love it.
I mean, ultimately, I was already losing a little bit here and there, but I kind of hit that plateau.
Yeah.
So it's just that little help that you need.
Yeah, I started it first, and then once he saw how I was doing it, although we are in 2 different kinds, because I felt like the first one, what's the one you're on, semaglutide?
Yeah.
That one didn't work for me.
It didn't work for you at all.
Nothing. They could put me on the highest dose, and I just felt nothing. Nothing. So
Zero.
I had to
literally
switch.
Did not work.
Yeah.
So
anyway, and loving it. So
yeah. All right.
Oh, these got deep, guys.
Do you get involved in arguments between siblings, or do you let them handle it between them?
It depends on what.
It depends on their age and what it is.
And how they're handling the argument. If Jared and I are back and they're handling it and everyone's being respectful and they're just working through their problem, then we don't want to jump in. So, but if they are where it's not, they're not being respectful or they're talking mean, then we'll jump in and kind of referee it and help
a little
them.
bit.
But for the most part, they and I know this sounds crazy, but we don't have a lot of arguing going on, which is nice.
And with our older kids, we try to stay out of that.
Yeah, so
we don't take sides.
Sometimes, our kids that are out of the house, they'll get in fights with each other, and we won't take sides or have any comments. They need to work that out themselves. So,
both parties are still invited to everything.
Yep.
It's and
we found that they just do work it out.
They do.
They do. It's something stupid, and then they work it out and. Yeah, it's okay. Jared and I do have this system, a tap in, tap out situation where if we feel like if I'm, talking to a kid or something, maybe I get a little too heated or he can see that's like, then he'll tap me and
my turn.
Yeah, he just kind of does a little tap and then he'll just come into the situation or vice versa. If I feel like, then we kind of just make sure that everything always stays.
Or if it's just not going the direction we want it to go.
Right, or sometimes maybe it could have been worded different or whatever. We do a lot of like parenting behind scenes just to be like, all right, checking ourselves, are we doing everything that we possibly can do to be good parents?
Yeah.
So.
All right.
How do you handle the hate comments and what do you say to the kids about mean comments?
That's a loaded one.
That is a loaded one. And there's probably no way for us to answer this that everyone is going to be happy with.
That's true.
This is our honest feelings on it.
Everybody kind of thinks of it differently too.
Yes. So we feel like it's hate comments in a weird way have been actually okay for the kids because it teaches, we found that over the years that it's been teaching them to not have self-worth in other people. If that makes sense. Or you know what I'm saying?
Not to base their self-worth on the opinions of others.
Exactly. That their opinion of themselves is the one that matters.
Yeah.
And to be proud of themselves always. It doesn't matter. No one needs to be proud of you. You just need to be proud of yourself. And so I do have kids though, not to just call her out, but Addison loves hate comments. I don't get it.
She feels if she's not getting hate, she's doing something wrong.
She feels like, and what's her saying? You're not great unless you're getting hate.
Something to that effect. And I've heard that before.
I know. She just likes, if people aren't talking about her, then she feels like, well, what's going on? Am I just not interesting? I'm like, stop. It's just a funny joke at this point for sure. But
everybody does feel a little bit different about it. I think we live in a world where there's hate everywhere.
Everyone gets hate at school.
It's all over. Yeah. Do they get more than others? Possibly.
Probably,
just because there's more comments, but they're also getting a lot more love.
Yeah,
so
that's true. There's so many of you that your comments just they love it. They love it.
They absolutely love the great comments.
Yeah, there's some really great comments. So and sometimes I feel like, at least for myself, when we get hate comments, it is kind of like a check for myself too, to be like, is that true? First of all, is that something that I actually need to work on, or I think throughout the years you've seen that just as a channel we've made tons of changes and tons of, as we're learning and growing ourselves. And it's, it hasn't been the worst thing, that's for sure. I have to say that our kids don't really read a lot of comments. They're not really watching our channel or
most
that
of them
kind
don't
of
read
thing.
it.
But, if it happens, it's okay.
Okay, is this our last question?
This is the last question. I know this was long, guys. Okay.
Ooh, what is the thing you most admire about one another?
I have so many things.
I have something specific for you, though.
Okay, you start.
I love Shelly's drive and her, I don't know how to say it. When you decide to do something, you just jump in and you do it. Where most people either, like when you want to start a new business or something like that, because you've started, what, three new businesses? But you just jump right in. And if you don't know it, you learn it. Like you are super hyper focused and you learn it better than anybody else.
That's nice.
So, but you're driven in that way, and it's a quality most people don't have.
I think it's called ADD.
Yeah, but it works to your benefit because you can hyper focus on it too and learn it.
And I have to know every little thing about how it works or how whatever. Right now, I know this is like crazy, but I cannot sleep at night because I'm so hyper focused on learning how to edit on my iPad.
Yeah, she's like, you're learning a new program. And
I just love it. I'm so excited about it. So we got the new iPhone 16 Max Pro or whatever, the new iPhone. And so it records really well. I'm like, wouldn't that be fun if I can just record on it and then just send it to my iPad and then
edit it on the
iPad. And I don't know. I mean, we have two editors actually. Yeah. So, but I just want to be able to do that because the truth is I love to edit. I do.
She does, and she's really good.
I really love it.
So that's what I admire most.
So one is the kind of father you are. Like, I really admire that. And my dad died when I was 10. And so I just feel like I just didn't get all those good years that and when I watch you with the kids, I'm like, wow, they're so lucky to have you. Is how I feel. I also am the kind of husband that you are. But I think that my most is your patience. Like, you're so patient.
I try.
So calm, and just kind. So you have so many great qualities.
So do you. So do you. You really do too. So, and we work so well together.
We do. Our personalities just match. So
yeah,
so
big time.
so blessed. So
we're very blessed.
Yes.
Thank you for finding me.
Thank you. Okay, well, that's all that we have. If you have more questions, put them below. We couldn't believe the amount of questions you guys had. Hopefully you found them interesting.
I hope so.
I know this is a long video, but thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you soon.
Bye.